You old romantic.
Thank you.
That was everybody just melted. Everybody sitting there, huge, after eating their Christmas dinner, and it just wafts over you. It's just wonderful.
That's very nice. It's very nice to be part of something like that. Like
I know.
A British Christmas.
And it really is. It's become, you know, a real tradition. Everybody loves the show. But you're one of the few men on set, aren't you? There's not many.
There's about 3 or 4 of us, yeah. Yeah. And I'm obviously, you know, the most popular one. So that's,
of course.
That goes down
well,
well.
that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Apart from Cliff and Stephen and Ben, but you know.
I was a little bit worried when they took it away from, you know, what we know from Poplar and all of that, and took it to South Africa, because I thought, I'm not sure, but it worked. It really worked, actually.
It did, and
it's almost another series there. Do you know what I mean? Another series, because I want to know what happens.
Let's put some pressure on the writers
I want to know what
move the whole thing to South Africa.
Find out, because it was so interesting and so very well done. It really
Thank you very much. I think it went down very well, which is always pleasing.
Of course it is. But look, does it ever get confusing? It must get confusing, because look, in Call the Midwife, your character was engaged to Trixie.
Yes.
And then Trixie took to drink.
She did, yeah.
And it all went horribly wrong.
It's because I was so boring. She
no,
had to drink.
It wasn't. It's a terrible thing to say. So then, of course, you've moved on.
I have, yeah. And I'm now with Nurse Gilbert, Charlotte Ritchie's character.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
And that's all very well. But in real true life, you're going out with Helen.
Yes.
Who plays Trixie.
Yes, well, that's the confusing bit, yeah. As long as I remember, you know, where I'm going.
So the two of you are going out in real true life. Did that sort of blossom in South Africa? Was that where that kind of happened, or did you always have a fancy for one another? Because you know how you know, and then things happen.
It blossomed in South Africa,
Lovely.
I think, and yes, around that time.
Congratulations, that's brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant. It really is. Isn't it luck? Because I was exactly the same. My husband's my cameraman, and we found each other at work, and it's where you meet people.
It's the long hours.
I know, but it's where it's where you meet people.
It is.
And really get, as you said, you're all bonded and you really get to know one another.
Yes.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
But that's true life.
That's true life.
Right. In Call the Midwife, it's not going all that well. Angry balloon blowing was very good.
Yes, thank you.
Disappointed and upset balloon blowing.
Yeah, I mean, poor old Tom, he's got no money, so he proposed with a blade of grass on a whim, and now he has to try and find some money to buy a ring.
But can we just tell him that she won't mind?
Well, exactly, but he thinks he's a traditionalist, so...
I know, but still, it's going to be fine. I'm sure this is the thing about this series is sometimes things go off the rails, but we like to always think it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's not always okay. And the thing about it is it's not, you know, people might think, oh, it's all lovely and gorgeous. Tackled some really tough storylines. Really tough storylines, haven't you?
They don't shy away from it, and I think that's what's lovely about it. And I think in this series, there's even more. I mean, we've got, like, domestic violence, you know, obviously the changing face of the East End, so we've got lots more stories about the communities involved there.
It's more multicultural, yeah.
And the thalidomide that's been running through it for the last series or two.
That storyline is brilliant.
And they keep going,
Really
we'll revisit the Mullocks family and that. So it's, you know, you have to make sure you have the tissues available for every episode. But also I think in this series you see a lot more of the backstories of the characters, the main characters. You learn more about their personal lives. You certainly learn more about Tom's personal life.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you. We know he's a very kind, decent man. But we don't know that much about. You will find out more. He got to be where he is, you know.
Yeah. There's the episode 4. He gets involved in a storyline with one of the young mothers, and it makes him sort of confront his past a bit. So you learn a bit more about that, which
that's
is
good for you.
Great for me, and it was lovely to film that as well, because it gave me a lot to do, which is nice. It's always nice.
Of course. What the thing about the show, and you know, a show is very strong when characters can come and go, and we've lost characters, you know, who've gone on to other things. Miranda, we don't think Miranda's going to come back.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? But
I'm sure the door's open, but it's just whether or not
she's very popular. She's the one that everybody says, what's happening with Miranda? And I wish I could tell them. But,
I know. But still, but the thing is, the show is still incredibly successful.
It is. It's doing very well.
Even losing someone like that and other characters that you have, and you know that you're doing something right when everybody wants to come on that show. I mean, they're all kind of like saying, "Can we have a cameo?"
And it's a fantastic showcase for a lot of like young actresses, because the guest storylines in each episode are brilliant.
That's very true.
You get a real arc, which is unusual in like a in a guest slot. So the girls get a lot to do, and the actresses that have been through it, through the mill of Call the Midwife, have been fantastic. Up
Should
to
get a
now.
little medal.
They should. They should. There's be a lot given out. It's seen as there's always 2 storylines per episode, but we're always blown away by the actresses they manage to find.
Well, I'm so glad that you're back. Sunday, 8 o'clock, BBC One.
Exactly.
There.
Be there or be square.
It's just a really, really well written,
Thank
well
you,
acted.
Lorraine.
What can I say?
Yeah, and another 3 series commissions. So you know we're not going anywhere yet.
Fantastic, and we'll find out lots more about your character, which I like. Try not to get confused on set as to who you're actually going out with. It must be quite difficult.
I'll try.
Try.
Thank you. I'm going to
you.
make a play for one of the nuns in the next series.
You can't do that.
I'm joking.
You can't.
I'm joking.
Good storyline, though. Thank you very much. If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.